And all, welcome to another episode of MMA Vision Analysis. Daniel Cormier brought up a great suggestion for Justin Gaethje's upcoming fight. He thinks that Gaethje should face off against Arman Tsarukyan to determine the number one contender for that title. Good reasons why. We're going to explain, obviously, why we think it's a good idea. Obviously, Daniel Cormier thinks it's a good idea. And perhaps what's going to end up unfolding in the lightweight division for both fighter, which is to face one another, Gaethje versus Tsarukyan. We're going to get into this option. Before getting started, make sure to like, subscribe, click that notification to get all of this that is new from this channel, your channel, one and only MMA Vision Analysis. Daniel Cormier, I mentioned it in a video, the one right before this already, on his personal channel. He made this 12-minute video recently, and he kind of delves into the lightweight division. He explains how the lightweight division is a complicated division at this point. He gives good reasons why, right? And he comes up with this list of matchups. And this one, we're specifically discussing his thoughts on Justin Gaethje facing off against Arman Tsarukyan to determine the number one contender for that title. Now, there are good reasons why this could be a very feasible option. Number one, after Arman Tsarukyan missed his title opportunity last time around, where he's supposed to go in there and face, obviously, Islam Makhachev due to injury or what have you, he couldn't or wasn't able to make it. According to the UFC, he's not going to get the next title shot just because I don't think the UFC was too happy with Tsarukyan. It wasn't the first time that he kind of misses the opportunity to face champion of the division. So therefore, he's not going to be facing a champion, allegedly next for that title. Puts him in a kind of weird position, Tsarukyan. In all honesty, I mean, it's really funny if you think about it. You go from being the number one contender to being a number one contender matchup. I'm not going to get into Tsarukyan so much here. I'm more about Gaethje, in all honesty, side of things, just because we always thought and we always said on this channel that Gaethje deserves a title shot. Obviously, Cormier doesn't think that he should get the next title shot. He thinks that Topuria should face off against champion of the division, just because it would make sense, and you can make the argument why that would make sense, the Topuria-Islam Makhachev fight, right? So leaves Gaethje without an opponent, and obviously Tsarukyan doesn't have an opponent. If neither of those guys are going to end up facing Makhachev next, why not face one another? Gaethje versus Tsarukyan. Look, this could be one of two fights, right? Either a very awkward matchup stylistically, and it's going to be a difficult fight to watch, or Tsarukyan opens up and plays Gaethje's game, which I highly doubt, and we just see one of the best fights ever, right? I don't think that would happen between the two. I think Tsarukyan would wrestle with Gaethje, and he would just kind of, he would just kind of get the win, having Gaethje in a clinch position for the most. So this fight has the potential of being an extremely boring fight, with all respect to Tsarukyan here. But if we were to play Gaethje's game, this would actually be a fascinating fight. But I have doubts that Tsarukyan would be willing to exchange, and stand toe-to-toe with a Gaethje. Realistically speaking, it's a fantastic idea for a matchup, and it could very well happen, right? But like I said, this could end up being an extremely boring matchup that Tsarukyan could perhaps get the edge over Gaethje just by simply having the guy in the clinch for like 4 rounds, right? So this one really has the potential of being a super boring fight. Like I said, it's a very feasible option at the same time. And if Tsarukyan chooses to, this could be a very entertaining fight, right? If you made it this far, appreciate you for sticking around. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe for more.